Hi, I'm Jorge Antonio Vallejos, and you're watching BlackCoffeePoet.com and the Black Coffee Poet YouTube channel. They work in conjunction with each other. This week on my website, I've been writing a series called Showing Up. It's actually a continuation of something I started last year. This is Showing Up number 4. It's called Every Single Day. I'll put the links up to Showing Up number 1, 2, and 3 under this video. I talked about motivating yourself because lately I haven't been motivated to do these vlogs in particular. I found myself 2 weeks ago sitting at the edge of my bed, looking down, not wanting to do this, wondering is anybody gonna watch this? Because sometimes the numbers of views on my YouTube channel are really low, sometimes they're really high. So it's like, oh man, I really don't want to do this. But I pushed myself and I did it. And if you watch those 2 videos, you can see the difference between other videos. The first one is called My Stacks of Books, which I love. I love books. I love my stacks of books. My website is focused on books. But I wasn't really into doing this, and you can see the difference. The second video was the one I did for last Friday called Who is a Terrorist? Again, I just was not into it, and you can see the difference. But I pushed myself. How did I do that? I read this quote to myself. This is by Chael Sonnen, who's the #2 fighter in the world in the sport called mixed martial arts. He fights for the company, the Ultimate Fighting Championship. I love this sport. He fought the champion a year and a half ago, Anderson the Spider Silva. The guy's been undefeated since he hit the UFC. He's the #1 fighter in the world, never mind just his division. And he proved again why. In their first fight, he lost most of the fight to Chael Sonnen until he put on a armbar and choke at the same time, and Chael had to tap. That was like the last minute and a half of the fight, 5-round fight. Silva showed his resolve. Silva showed why he's a champ. But Chael showed why he's the #2 fighter. He took control of that whole fight, almost 25 minutes. So he fights 2 fights in between the one that just happened 3 weeks ago, and he gets his chance. A second chance at the championship. In life, we don't get a lot of second chances. He does, and he was going to make the most of it. So he shows up to the fight. He wins round 1, and then he comes up to round 2, and he's guns blazing, and he makes a really bad mistake. He tries a fancy move, a spinning back fist, against the #1 striker in the world. Anderson Silva ducks. Chael falls to the ground. Anderson Silva follows him, pounds the crap out of him. Anderson Silva wins convincingly. So now Anderson Silva's won by choke and arm lock, and now by knockout. Chael Sonnen, where are you going to go? After talking for a year and a half, insulting Anderson Silva, insulting his wife, talking about how he's the baddest man on the planet, etc., etc. After the fight, there was a press conference. He kind of thought maybe Chael wouldn't show up. He did. He showed true character. He showed up for the fight, and then he showed up for the press conference. What did he say? After being asked all kinds of stuff, whoa, what do you got to say now, Chael? What are you going to do now? Hey, you fought for the championship twice. You can't fight it for a 3rd time. What's next? Chael said something that really stuck with me. I replayed it. I wrote it down. And then again, I wrote it down on this cue card. Always work hard. You get knocked down sometimes in life, and you just got to put one foot in front of the other. You got to learn to shake things off, and you got to keep your eye on the ball. You can't get depressed. You can't look down. Every single day, you got to get up, and you got to make the most of it. And I believe that. Now, I understand that some people suffer from severe depression. Some people have physical disabilities. So, you can take this as metaphorical in some ways, as complete truth. It's up to you. I have myself a physical disability, but I still, I read this to myself. I stood up, and I was like, I'm going to do this. And I did the best I could, And I really believe in the power of the mind and spirituality. I do understand that there's something much greater than myself, the Most High, and I pray and I meditate. So I get all that. This is not about ego and about just you can do it all in life, because you can't always do it all. I know that for myself from the physical disabilities that I have, but I do the best that I can. And I wear this t-shirt that says Unconquered Peoples. It's got many meanings. It's political, it's spiritual, it's emotional, but I see myself as an unconquered person. I've been through a lot. And the reason I taped myself against this background is, part of this wall is really well done, it's okay, it's not touched, and part of the wall is completely fucked up. That's how life is. You're gonna have peaks and valleys, you're gonna have rough patches and smooth patches, and you just gotta remember that every single day you gotta get up and you gotta make the most of it, no matter what your situation is. So keep that in mind, and that's what's helped me. I've walked around with this cue card. I've, walked on small streets and read it out loud while holding the cue card in front of me. I've said it to myself in my room or these, places that I go to around my city, and I just say it over and over again. And it comes from somebody who didn't achieve exactly what he wanted, but he showed up, and he showed a lot of character and humility and heart at that press conference. Because boy, did he talk a lot before that fight, and he had to just eat his words. Actually, he was forced to eat his words. So thanks Chael Sonnen for this awesome advice, and it goes along with all the other stuff that I believe. So thank you for joining me at blackcoffeepoet.com and the Black Coffee YouTube channel. And remember, every single day you gotta get up and you gotta make the most of it. Thank you.